Hi, and welcome back for week 10 of our Summer Book Club 2018. Wow, one of the things I know for sure about family is that it always changes. It never stays the same. And I know when we're in the middle of a particular season of family, like when you're in high school and you're home, it feels like it's just always going to be that way, that your parents will always be there, that your siblings will always be there. But that's not the case. We live in a world where time changes things. And some of that change is good, to be honest. When I left home for the first time and went off to college, when I came back home, things were better in a lot of ways. So if you're in a really difficult season at home, know that someday change will come, and that change may be really good for you and for your family. When you're not under the same roof all the time and having to work out that whole trust and freedom thing, it can sometimes make for a better relationship with your parents and even your siblings. But I also know that change comes, and sometimes that change is really hard. And if you've read this chapter 10 with me already, then you know that some change came in my life that I was not expecting and that rocked my world. It was really difficult. I lost my mom to cancer a number of years ago now, and it changed my life in ways I wasn't anticipating and made me realize that every day we have with our family is such a gift. And this whole book is about learning to love our families well. And one way that we do that is to recognize that every day matters with our family. And when we remember that, it changes the relationships that we have and the way that we treat our parents, the way that we treat our siblings, when we recognize that it won't always be this way. Solomon understood this. That's why in Ecclesiastes, he said, it's better to go to a house of mourning than a house of feasting, because that's where we remember our end. I'm paraphrasing that verse. But it's better to go to a funeral than a party sometimes, because it helps us remember that life is short and that all of us will die eventually. So we need to make the most of the time that we have on this earth and live differently today, because we know that this life won't always go on the way that it is. That's why I included the family manifesto in this chapter. And if you don't have a copy of the book and you just happen to be watching these videos, you can find a downloadable version of that family manifesto. I'll include a link in this post so that you can have a copy of it. And I hope you'll put it up somewhere in your room or on a binder, that you'll see it often, and remember to make the most of today with your family. This has been such a journey. We have one more week together, so come back next week where we're going to talk about chapter 11, A Family of Your Own. I'll see you then.